streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Well, this thing in front of me says, do not operate heavy machinery or make any important life decisions today. Yeah, sure. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Full Velocity TV live tonight here at the Duquoin, Illinois Fairgrounds Speedway. We're out here dirt racing tonight, but this is not iRacing. We are out here doing some NR 2003 old school style on the dirt where so many of us start and cut our teeth, and we are thrilled to have you here live tonight on Full Velocity TV. Hang out with the guys over at Hobo Racing. Got to thank our presenting sponsor here tonight, Mr. Brendan Spadafora from Spadafora Firearms. We'll talk a lot about Brendan here tonight as he is out in the field, but we are out here at Duquoin for a 110-lap main event for the guys over at Hobo Racing. So before we get to the starting lineup, bring Todd Stanton to the mix. Let's go trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines.
So with that, that's going to bring a very good, healthy field of race cars to life here tonight in the state of Illinois, Duquoin Fairgrounds Speedway. Todd Stanton, it is cool to come back and do some dirt racing in our 2003. We've been doing a lot of dirt, but this is old school feeling. I'm ready for a good evening. How about you?
Yeah, there's definitely old school feeling here, Phil, tonight, and I've been waiting locked and loaded here this evening for this event. We got the East Coast Modifieds, we got the regular Modifieds out there, we got the ones with the sail panels, which we do call East Coast Modifieds. We do have Modifieds that are regular, the dirt style Modifieds up here, the dirt big block areas, but this is going to be a fantastic race. 110 laps at Duquoin.
These guys are going to be worn out. Here's the way they're going to come to the grid as they come off at Harbor 4 to come to the green flag this time. The pole sitter is the number 8 of Mike Mangrum with the points leader of the 86 of Darrell Brown alongside. Danny Hardy starts off third of the 57 of the number 41 of Josh Boyer. Third row with the number 6 of Rich Napick with the 51 of Roger Nepelzik alongside. The number 8 of Rob Heath, the 44 of Danny Rubino, the 37 of Brendan Spadafora with the 25 of Ron Simpson, the 21 of Steve Rubino, the 93 of Wild Bill, Bob Becker out there, number 17 with M.T. Johnson's 06, Manny Diaz of the 710, Frank Dadasti in the 39, DJ Hinsky in the 14, Duke Sorensen in the 59, Joey Sigmund in the flag number 1. We're green flag racing in Duquoin.
Green flag racing with the mighty big block Modifieds out here at Duquoin. These guys doing a fantastic show. Mike Magnum right now, your current race leader. That mellow yellow sponsored machine. Second right now is the 41. That's Josh Boyer. These guys, Phil, do these about 4 times a year. They got 4 different dirt tracks here on their Wheel and Modified tour. They throw in some dirt tracks and they go 358 modified racing.
They absolutely do. This is race number 18 of the season. The number 86 of Darrell Brown comes in tonight as our series points leader. Currently third on the racetrack. I'll bring that screen over here and put some statistics as this night goes on. But this is going to be cool to watch here tonight. This awesome flat mile racetrack out here. Duquoin, Illinois, the fairgrounds that has been out here for so many years. Cool to come over back to NR 2003 and do some dirt-style racing in the Northeast Big Block Modifieds. Mike Mangum leading the field into turn number 1 now with Josh Boyers, number 41, Darrell Brown, Danny Hardy. Great to see the legendary Danny Hardy out here tonight in the 57 car. Rich Napick, number 6. That is your current top 5. The field is in the backstretch headed toward turn 3.
Yeah, just watching a couple battles going on throughout the field right now. We're watching, it says the 450 here on your screen. It is indeed Danny Rubino there in that number 44 machine. Then you have the number 51 right now, Roger Nevillestick. He was peeking down to the bottom, trying to make quick work here of Rubino, not able to do anything that time. Rubino keeps drifting up the track, though. You want to be on the bottom. You want to be up next to the guardrail at Duquoin there, Phil. That's what's going to make or break you here, and you're going to want to stay down there because that's where all the moisture is.
Sure do, and it will, here as we get back to NR 2003, these tracks always seem to be a little bit on low side sensitive, so passing may be tough to do here tonight, working now lap number 5 of 110. It's going to be a long night for us here, but we're going to see some fantastic racing. Doing it old school style, doing it in the big block modifieds. This really gets my juices going to go out here and get you guys out there and back to Hobo racing. These are the guys that got Phil and Todd back to broadcasting the old NR 2003 side. Always ready to come over to home base and do this for these guys. Up front, it is still Mike Mangrum, Josh Boyer running in second. Running third, we have the number 86 of Daryl Brown, rather. Danny Hardy in the 57, giving him all he can handle. Look at that awesome-looking number 37 Todd got on the screen. Our buddy Brendan Spadafora, presenting sponsor of Full Velocity TV. Night in and night out is Spadafora Firearms. Got to thank Brendan for all he does for us. Check out his great website, SpadaforaFirearms.com. As Todd, we have a terrific battle going on for position number 3 between our points lead of the 86 of Daryl Brown, the 57 of Danny Hardy keeps peeking to the inside. They're coming off the exit of turn 2.
Downtown, Daryl Brown there in the number 86 machine, the 57 going to the bottom side. That's Hardy. Hardy trying to work over the bottom side, is battling for that third spot, trying to get around the number 86 machine. He drifts up the track just a little bit, get the 57 capitalized. The number 6, Rich Napick, trying to wait for something to happen between those two guys. Meanwhile, up front, it looks like Boyer has chased down your race leader, Mike Mangrum.
Mangrum really trying to drive away, but the 41 of Josh Boyer, a guy who we have seen win on our airways before, he's run down almost a full second, down to about 2 car lengths. The 41 going to peak to the bottom through turns number 3 and 4. Oh, wait, going to slam the door shut. 41 going to try to drift to the outside. If I get a nickel tonight, Todd, for every pass we see up high, I think I'm walking away Nicholas. I think tonight all the passing, if you got a good fast race car, it's all going to be down to the low side. You're going to see guys protecting the low side all night long, which for years, I know we did this for a long time in the NR Dirt. Low side is so precious in one of these cars.
Yeah, it definitely is, but then you can get so close to that wall, Phil, where it could be disastrous for you. It can spell disaster. Could drop kick you right up the field, and that's what's going to happen here. If you touch that wall, it's going to bounce you off that bottom groove, and the other guy, if they're right directly behind you, they're going to be able to get around you. That's the way NASCAR 2003 Dirt actually works here, and it's one of those things, Phil, I cut my teeth on the dirt part of this after dirt track racing from Ratbag, Dirt Track Racing Sprint Car, Dirt Track Racing 2. I played all those games up into the simulation, and then they finally came out with the big blocks here. I played a little bit in R Factor. Then I went to iRacing, and it's good to see the big block modifieds out here. Phil, it's my bread and butter for being from New York State, and that's all we have up here. Oversized sprint cars, a lot of people call them out there in the Midwest, but these guys do put on a fantastic show. The big block modifieds do. I'd like to see it come in iRacing here soon.
I know our buddy in the iRacing side of it, Mr. Jake Keel, a sprint car guy. No, this is where the big boys play, right here in the big block modifieds, and him and I will spar about this for weeks to come. But I have found a really good battle going on. For about third on back, Danny Hardy's picked up the third spot, but downtown Daryl Brown, the 86, he has his hands full with Rich Napick's number 6. Those guys are doing really well out there, racing for the 4th spot. Brown holding on to the position, but Napick appears to be just a tick faster as they work their way through 3 and 4.
And Napick definitely seems like he's a tick faster there, Phil, in that number 6 machine. It reminds me of the old Freightliner number 6 here from upstate New York. The Freightliner number 6 was driven by the Dr. Danny Johnson. But the number 6 of Napick right now running in that 5th spot, trying to get around downtown Daryl Brown in the number 86 machine, but he's able to hold on to that 4th spot.
Good racing going on for 4. For those are guys that are sitting atop the series point standings. Daryl Brown coming in tonight as your points leader with a 16-point advantage over the number 6 of Rich Napick. They do things old school NASCAR-style scoring system, so it's the traditional 185 for the winner, 180 to second, down by 5 all the way down through the top 10, and down by 4 all the way to 20th. I mean, Go back and look it up. I mean, it feels like 20 years ago, which is ridiculous to say, but that's how NASCAR did it forever. These guys do the scoring over at Hobo Racing. So Darrell's got a 16-point advantage over Rich Napick. Third, we find DJ Hinsky, who's 115 points back. That sounds like a lot, by the old school system, it really is not. It's about, 15th place. You can catch all that up. Sitting in the fourth place of the standings with 142 markers back is Bob Becker, the number 17, and Duke Sorensen rounding at your top 5, 193 points back. So pretty cool to see a lot of cool names that we don't see up there in the top of the front of the field. Don't see these guys a lot in victory lane when we see them. Really cool to watch names like Darrell and Rich race their way out for a championship. Well, these guys were the top 10 all locked in within 300 points. That's truly anybody's scenario if you talk about the old school point system.
Yeah, definitely, Phil. Talking about the old school point system, it's way different than what we're accustomed to anymore. But it's fantastic to come out here, Phil. Watch these. I mean, I can't comment enough on the dirt big blocks. Watching this and where I cut my teeth to begin with here before I went to the iRacing stables. Won quite a few races throughout the years here in the modifieds and in the late models and. They even had sprint cars that I won here in NASCAR 2003, and it seems hard to believe that an asphalt simulation could put dirt down and they could go racing. It's not like iRacing, though. They don't have the simulated tracks and different things. This is very, very old school, NASCAR 2003. But I also got to say, Phil, Facebook Live is actually pretty active here tonight. Got to thank everybody for joining us over there at Facebook Live. I know you got YouTube on your side and maybe even Twitch on your side, but I got Facebook. I'm on Facebook here tonight. Those star donations, guys. Let's see some of them star donations. NASCAR 2003, guys. We got to see some star donations from you. We see a lot from the iRacing community. You can't let the iRacing community better you guys in NASCAR 2003. Maybe even the iRacing guys can step in and, hey, show some support for this old sim.
Absolutely right. And I'm going to pull the call out to the YouTube chat box. If you have a Facebook account, we'll get over to that stream now on the Facebook side of things. Make some stars donations. Our top star donator is going to receive a free Full Velocity TV t-shirt at the end of the week. We've been taking donations since on Sunday. We're going to take them all the way through tomorrow night's broadcast at Hard Motorsports with the 305 Sprint Cars. Top stars donator this week, and we're going to do this every week. Top Stars donator will receive a free Full Velocity TV t-shirt from the crew right here. Todd, myself, Jake Keel, Martin Karch, Jack Chu, and the entire cast of characters that make up Full Velocity TV. We thank you all for the support. The best way to help us out is through those Stars donations, so we appreciate all of that. So if you're watching on the YouTube side, click over to the Facebook side, make those donations over there. But we got a good audience over here as we do every time we come to Hobo in the YouTube side. Great to see the Rubinos out there in full force per usual. Judy's out there. Got to thank all of them for watching in here. They are so loyal to us. They have been for such a long time. But right now, racing on the racetrack, 21 laps of 110. Mike Mangrove leading Josh Boyer by about a half a second. 2 seconds further back, where you find the 57 of Danny Hardy with Darrell Brown's 86. Rich Napick's number 6 car running 5th, with Rob Heath having a terrific run up in 7th. Roger Nevelsick running in the 7th spot in the 51. Roger and Rob, they have a good race going on, Todd. The 51 and the 8, probably the best race on the racetrack. That's going on for P6 as they head down the back stretch toward turn 3.
Yeah, as we're seeing that race here live on the screen, it's like we're on the same page here tonight, Phil. But the 44 machine now trying to go down to the bottom of Rob Heath. Heath right now on the top shelf of the Speedway. The 44, Rubino gets a tad bit loose coming off the corner. But Rubino in that number 44 machine still going back down to the bottom side here, trying to go side by side with that number 8 machine of Rob Heath. It's still side by side as they exit the corner down the back chute here. The 44 of Rubino wants that position. He's trying to wrestle it away from the number 8. Got to thank Scott Geisway and Tyson Pankow for the star donations over on Facebook. Keep them coming here if you like what you see on Full Velocity TV. I tell you what, NASCAR 2003, guys, go over there. If you got a chance and an opportunity, go over there and show those guys. This old simulation's still alive.
Oh, sure is, alive and well. And good to see Scott Geisway out there watching. I didn't think that guy was still alive and with us. So good to see Scott out there watching. I've been following along the progress, Todd, of Carver 44. Danny Rubino currently running up to the 7th spot. Beautiful red-looking Hobo Racing paint scheme. I hope you got this one to show off. I don't think you got the paint scheme out there. Might be one of those got lost in the translation over here, but this thing is really cool looking. A black and red Hobo scheme. Maybe if we get some break into the action, maybe you can see if you can't find the car file pack. I know we had some issues getting that a little while ago. Steve Rubino did an awesome job getting those over to us, but so much that we got to do on the control side of things, especially with Todd's PC on that end. We are on the backup PC, the main PC. You know, the PC took a dump with the video card, so we're scrambling back to the old rig. Had to get a lot of things, you know, transplanted back over and doing the best we can to be out here tonight with the guys at Hobo Racing. We have been on the air every night this week and wrap up a busy week here tomorrow night with 305 sprint cars over at Hard Racing back in the iRacing simulation. So hope you're all enjoying the show. Our iRacing audience, welcome back to NR 2003. For our loyal, diehard NR 2003 followers, just like they all are at Hobo here, feel free to follow all our catalog because we have a lot of great racing going on the dirt over in the iRacing side of things. Really good racing. Look forward to catching that audience there. But we got a race for the lead brewing here at Duquoin there, Todd. Mike Mangum has led all the laps, but Josh Boyer's number 41. He has chased him all the way down, and we may have a race for the lead before too long, as what was about 0.7 of a second is now down to sheer car lengths. Josh just bobbled a little bit, but he gets one more run at it. We're going to have a battle for the lead. Mangum is really fast. Josh Boyer's number 41 has shown a lot of speed.
Yeah, Mangum's not able to get down to the bottom, though, and stay down to the bottom, where Josh Boyer in that 41 Jake sponsor machine is able to do so. So that mellow yellow machine of Mangum not able to stay down as far as he probably would like to do. That's allowing Boyer to catch up, and you can see that the momentum off the corner for that 41 machine is pretty good here. And just watching this battle and watching it unfold as this guy, Boyer here, trying to catch it and reel in Mike Magnum here, the race leader. He's doing a pretty good job there, Phil, trying to keep it down to the bottom. That's where the line is going to be here. But I got to comment on that is everybody out there in Facebook Live starting to see some of the people trickle in from YouTube there, Phil, just seeing the broadcast and different things that are going on here. But I heard the mention of Barefoot Bob McCready, the old number 9 Barefoot Bob McCready, Kinney's drugstore sponsor machine. Man, that brings back some memories.
Man, I love it. Yeah, when we took those star donations out there on YouTube, I saw the audience leave there and head over to Facebook. So it's all right. I'm good at being alone. Not sure if anybody out there watching on Twitch as well, but we're also live on Twitch TV. Search up Full Velocity TV on Twitch, and you'll find us over there as well. But not sure if I was looking around through the field, Todd. I heard you say something wasn't happening to the 41 of Boyer. He was all over the back of the 08 car of Mangum. What happened to Josh Boyer? As he is off the racetrack, he's down on pit road. Could this be a scheduled stop already 30 laps in?
It might be a scheduled stop there, Phil. Looks like he's getting right side tires aboard the number 41 machine. Looks like a lot of cars coming down to 51. I'm not used to pit stop coverage at dirt racing, dirt tracks, any of that kind of stuff. But the 51 and double stick down on the pit road. The 44 also on the pit road. Looks like they're going to take 4 tires. They're the fastest dirt racing pit crews that we know here. They're doing 16-second pit stops here on a dirt modified.
This is absolutely friggin' insane watching these guys coming it off. I know we're in our 2003, but for guys like myself that have been entrenched in 30 to 50 lap features for a couple of months, yeah, this is cool watching these guys 30 laps into a 110 lap race at Duquoin, all coming in at lap 30. So looking at it here, Todd, if the fuel window is 31, 32 laps, they may have to, you know, come in for about 2 more times. That's going to be a long way to hoe here. I can tell you what, I made 40 laps of this racetrack over the years consecutively. My arms are absolutely worn out after 40 laps around the Duquoin mile. These guys doing 110 laps tonight, they are going to feel like true war warriors. Whoever wins this race is truly going to have earned it, because you need to be a wheelman to wheel this car around this place and not screw up and not miss your mark. And 110 laps is a long time. 110 miles. Think about New Hampshire, how long 100 miles takes there, 110 laps. Well, that's basically what we got on our hands here tonight. And seeing guys coming around lap 30, well, it's about the same time I would blow a tire at New Hampshire, too. So maybe not all too uncommon what we're seeing here.
Not too uncommon there, Phil. The number 6, Rich Napick, who was your current race leader, down onto pit road. And another nostalgic name, the Jumping Jack Johnson, Phil, out there in the chat box talking about Jumping Jack Johnson. So there's a lot of good racers up here in the Northeast that we got to see and grow up around as far as I did. Phil, I know you got to see some of those at Lebanon Valley, but great racing going on out here at Duquoin. Great racing between all these drivers. Right now, Rich Knappich was your current race leader, but he came down to pit road. So we're in the middle of cycling on pit stops. I believe Josh Boyer, though, Phil, had the best pit stop of them all. Is that right now it looks like he's going to be set about a second ahead of Mike Magnum.
Yes, he absolutely is. Our current race leader last time around, the number 21 of Steve Rubino, he has pitted out of the lead. He is on pit road, 4 tires going on. The number 21, he's got that work done. He is going to rejoin the race down toward turn 1. Steve Rubino pitting his way out of the lead. He was running about 12th or 13th. We'll see how he cycles out. But, Todd, I think you're right. Josh Boyer did some fancy pit work down there. He's built himself a 1.5 advantage over the Mike Manger machine, number 08. So I think the 41 may have been one of the fastest cars, if not the fastest car on the racetrack. Now he's got clean racetrack ahead there. Josh Boyer with a commanding lead. Let's see if the 08 car can dial up some speed and maybe he can't chase him down.
Yeah, right now Mike Magnum is 133.648 miles per hour. Josh Boyer 133.615, so pretty much close to identical lap times here, as Boyer right now trying to stretch his lead 1.571 seconds over Mike Magnum. And then downtown Darrell Brown in the number 86, Rich Knappich, and Danny Hardy in the number 57. He rounds out your top 5. 6th through 10th is Rob Heath in the number 8. DJ Henske in the number 14, working his way up to 7th. Duke Sorensen, 8th. 9th is Danny Rubino, and 10th is Brendan Spadafora there in that number 37 machine.
Great to see Brendan having a solid run in the top 10. Steve Rubino, 11th. Bob Becker is 12th. Wild Bill, so good to see the 93 out here tonight. Wild Bill currently running 13th. MT Johnson, 14th. Frank Radosky running in the 15th position, 1 lap down. Joey Sigmund is 16th. Ron Simpson, 17th. Roger Nebelsick is 18th, and 1 car out of the event. Manny Diaz is about the 7-10 behind the wall. He finishes up 19th here, so 38 laps ago, we took the green flag. We got 19 cars that started the race, 18 to the racetrack. 13 of them still on the lead lap. The last of those being the 93 car of Wild Bill, who may be in danger of lurking there. That 41 of Josh Boyer is turning some pretty steady lap times right now. He's starting to run down the back of the field. He's going to have Wild Bill and Bob Becker up ahead here, maybe even Steve Rubino. God, you look at the pace these two guys are running up front there, Todd. They've got 3.5 seconds over point leader Darrell Brown, 6 back to Rich Knappich, 10 seconds back to the 57 of Danny Hardy, who's currently running 5th. God, you got to be impressed by the run that Boyer is putting on right now. It's almost a clinic here on the dirt.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody out there on Facebook asking what simulation this is. We are on the old NASCAR 2003 simulation, and this is dirt racing at its finest. And no, and it's what's happens here is these guys usually run the Whelen Modifieds here on Thursday nights. Four races out of the year, they switch over to the dirt 358 big blocks. Then they run that. I know I was talking to Brendan a little bit earlier, our sponsor for Spadafora Firearms here, the official sponsor of Full Velocity TV. And we were talking to Brendan a little bit earlier, Phil. I know I was. I sat down and talked to him about racing on the dirt, and he said he did not like racing on the dirt. It wasn't his favorite thing to do. He wishes, actually, the dirt tracks would disappear off the schedule here at Hobo. But I think it's a great equalizer for some of these guys.
Well, it's definitely got its own place, but its own unique place. And I'll echo, I can't completely agree with Brendan, but dirt was never my cup of tea either. I enjoy it, but I was never good at it. I mean, I can't really say I was never good at anything, but I was more the asphalt guy than anything else. So it's cool, though, to see dirt tracks integrated into the series. I think it's a cool thing that Hobo does. It's something I would think I would love to do one day if I took grips of a league and did a modified series like this. I think it's a great idea. It's something completely different. 4 times a year gives it that nostalgic kind of big race, big event feel. This is a cool event to be a part of tonight, because I saw one car bounce off the wall about a lap ago. I believe the 17 of Bob Becker, it was bouncing off the wall there. He's going to fall 1 lap down. Josh Boyer has found himself now locked into the back half of the field. He's got Wild Bill up ahead. I believe Steve Rubino's just up there as well. I think that maybe even Roger Nebelsick's 51 that may be up ahead. Josh Boyer's got 2 lap cars just ahead. He's got a maneuver, and Mike Mangum's starting to run him down as he works the traffic. It was 1.8 seconds. Last time around, it was down to 1.4. We'll have to see if that interval closes anymore, as Boyer in lap traffic could be a Vantage 08 car. He may need that lap traffic to chase down that good interval, because Boyer really nailed his pit stop.
Yeah, definitely pit stop there, Phil. Whoops, just going through. Sorry about cutting out. I was hitting the wrong button. Trying to change cameras here. So just going through, watching what the number 41 Boyer was doing as he drives down to the bottom side here, putting the number 51, a double stick, back down one lap here. Another lap as the 51 machine falls victim here to be 2 laps down to the rears here. As we're watching these guys come around here, like I'm saying, I say 358 modifieds, and I'm saying big blocks out there. Being a tech inspector at the local track, and I get to follow these guys, I do know the difference between a 358 modified and a big block. Some of these are big blocks out there. They'll say big blocks on them. With the East Coast modified sail panels, they're supposed to be considered big blocks in this mod. And then you got the 358s with the dirt style windows, I should say, Phil. Those are supposed to be the small blocks. I mean, there is a difference here in the simulation, but the power plant underneath these are not going to be any different.
You know what, Todd? Do me a favor. Stop being smart with a technical other thing. Let's work on the racetrack here. God dang, we got such a good race going on right now for the 7th position going on between the 14 of DJ Hinsky and old Tango out there, Duke Sorensen's number 59. That is a good-spirited race going on for the 7th position, Todd. 14 of the 59 off of turn number 2. These guys are really going at it. 14 and 59. Great race. Hope you can find that one on the screen there, Todd, because these guys are really going at it. Sorensen's been working over the inside of Hinsky for about 3 or 4 laps. Can't quite find running room there, but these guys, they go literally side by side for a good lap and a half, and somehow DJ held off the 59. That battle's not going away as they're in turn 3.
Yeah, the 59 to Duke Sorensen been working over the number 14 here for the last couple of laps. DJ Hinsky able to keep him at bay so far. He comes back down the track, kills his run, kills his momentum here into the corner. But DJ Hinsky right now currently leading the 59 to Duke Sorensen coming off the corner. You see him get a tad bit tail happy there in that 59 machine, just barking the tires off of him coming off of turn 4.
Barking the tires. Somebody cue the dog sounds. Good race going there for turn number 4, racing for that 7th spot. Probably the best race on the racetrack right now as Josh Boyer is pulled away, but that interval is closing as he's had to work through the lap traffic. Mike Mangum has run down from 1.4 seconds. It was 0.8 of a second last time around, and I wonder if that's going to close down anymore. Daryl Brown is sitting in 3rd. He's 3.6 seconds behind our race leader. 5.8 seconds back, we find Rich Knappick, Danny Hardy running 5th. Almost 15 seconds behind our current race leaders out there. Boyer and Mangrum are just laying waste to this field, and I can't believe it, Todd. We're already past lap 50. Just a couple of short circuits. We're already going to be halfway home, and we've had this race completely under the green flag. I'm totally impressed. These guys that may not do it very often, they're doing a hell of a job out there.
Yeah, definitely doing a whale of a job. Was we're in car with the number 40 or the number 08 machine of Mike Magnum, just showing you a lap around here at Duquoin Speedway as he's going to work in the cockpit here, and just watching him out the window here. You can see the number 41 of Josh Boyer right there in the sights as they come down the back straightaway. You're going to see him come down here into turn number 3 here at Duquoin. He lets out of it just barely, just lets it roll into the corner, hammers back down into it after about the middle of the corner, and then gets back into the throttle off of 4, down the front straightaway to the start-finish line. And we're going to have our first yellow flag of the evening.
Well, I guess we are, as you called that out perfectly. Yellow flag coming out on the speedway. What a break for our buddies, Mr. Steve Rubino and Mr. Spadafora. Old Danny Rubino out there. Caution flag coming out. Going to save their bacon to stay on the lead lap at lap number 53. Going to put us under the caution flag. Just 1 lap shy of the halfway marker here as Josh Boyer and Mike Mangrum have just run rancid over the field here tonight. Daryl Brown going to clock in for 3rd with Knappick 4th, Danny Hardy 5th. You got to assume, Todd, all these drivers are going to be coming down onto pit road. Maybe put 4 tires on it. That sounds strange enough to say on the dirt. Going to fill that thing full of fuel. They'll get back to it, but I'm going to throw it to you down to the booth. I'm not sure if you found the culprit. Yeah, he says, I'm not ready, so we'll let him keep working. Todd's the best of the business down there, but this old sim can be very cranky. Things can be hard to find. We love coming back and doing this in an old school way, but not always the easiest thing to do. Is a lot of work goes in behind the scenes, so I'm going to look toward pit road, see all the leaders come on down. I don't want to talk about pit stops. I want to see action to the racetrack. Todd Stanton, what happened to put us under the caution flag for the first time tonight? Full Velocity TV, sponsored by Spatafora Firearms.
All you're going to see here on the screen, the number 1 machine. The number 1 here be driven by Joey Sigmund. And the 25 machine of Ron Simpson. Ron Simpson looks like he was trying to dive in the corner here. Coming down into turn 1. Looks like he's trying to dive in the corner. Comes down and didn't realize he didn't have enough room. He comes off the right side of the number 1 machine. And around goes the 25 of Ron Simpson.
So that's going to put us under caution for the first time in this event, just shy of the halfway marker here. We are at the Springfield Mile, Duquoin, Illinois, 110-lap main event tonight for the guys over at Hobo Racing. This is usually their Whelen Modified Series. This is their Whelen Modified Series run here every Thursday night, but 4 times a year they throw it out in the 358 Dirt Modifieds, hit some dirt tracks, and we're honored to come over here tonight and just bring you this awesome event. We talk about the Whelen Modifieds. Got to give a shout to, in remembrance to Phil Kerr from Whelen Engineering, passed away yesterday. Phil was a guy synonymous with the Whelen brand that does all the safety lights around the speedways, the pace car lighting, all the caution lighting that goes out, safety lighting that you see everywhere. A lot done by Whelen Engineering. Phil Kurse was a guy for a long time up in the Northeast region who took care of everybody in a big way. So Phil Kurse, we're going to miss his contributions to the racing community. Lost far too soon. I believe he was only 59 years old at his passing. So our thoughts and prayers to Phil and his family as his passing completely untimely. I'm not sure how much you know about the Whelen Engineering brand there, Todd, the Whelen safety inspection lights and whatnot, but you can't deny the contribution they've had to all our racing world out there. And nobody for me. I know Phil Kurse was a good guy to me for a long, long time. I'm not sure if you ever had any kind of running in with him, but fantastic guy, gone too soon, and guy that really spearheaded the revolution of all these great safety lights that that makes these guys out there, all our race car drivers, all the fans, keeps them all safe.
I have not had a run-in specifically with a gentleman, but Phil, they use them at even dirt tracks. Those Whelen modified, I'm going to call them Whelen lights. I see them all the time at 5 Mile Point Speedway locally. I've seen some at the After Motorsports Park that we had. There's been some different areas, so that I've seen those lights. So yeah, it's a tragedy when you lose somebody in the racing community that early.
Absolutely right, but let's bring it to a better note here. The lights are out atop our pace car here, and our beautiful pace car. I know we're going to give a shout to Brendan Spatafora Firearms. He's got a pace car coming for us. He sent me the file for it. I scribbled trying to get it all to work correctly. Could not get that on the air. I'm going to enlist the help of some gentlemen out there with these files that are a whole hell of a lot smarter than I am. And, before too long, we'll get over back at NR 2003, Todd, and we will see our very own Full Velocity TV pace car. We've done the DRTV, old Mystery Machine van. We've done the semi-rig. We're getting our own pace car. That's going to be cool as we're back to green flag racing at Duquoin. Josh Boyer leads Rich Knappich to green. Deathfield is exiting turn 2.
Yeah, Josh Boyer gets up through the gearbox rather quickly there in the number 41 machine. Rich Knappich running in that second spot in the number 6 machine, trying to make something happen here. Right now trying to fight with the number 17, a good old push rod down at the bottom there. He's a lap car. He's lapped down to the field right now, holding up Rich Knappich. Knappich trying to make a move on the outside of push rod. Here comes the 08 machine of Mike Magnum down into the corner here. They're almost 3 wide here, Phil. Going down through corner number 1. They are 3 wide.
3 wide. Who's going to get fried at Duquoin? Josh Boyer pulling away with the race lead. It's a lap car of Bob Becker holding up the racing for position. Side-by-side battle for position number 2. 3 wide contact with the 17. The 08 and the 6. They're all hard on the outside wall. That's going to put us under caution flag. Lap car up there racing amongst the leaders, trying to keep himself in the fray. And God, that's unfortunate. Those guys are really having a good race for it. We say 3 wide. Who's going to get fried? And our 3 wide on the dirt was never a good thing. You saw a byproduct of it right there. Caution flag on the speedway. That wrecked some really good race cars. Hopefully they're okay. But nonetheless, we're going to be under caution on lap number 59 here for the second time in this main event.
I'm sure Pushrod cannot be happy with himself after that little contact there he made. He was lapped down, taking out two guys that have been running second and third and fourth respectively. Those guys hard into the outside wall there, Phil. So I'm going to go back and see if I can get the replay real quick just to see what happened, see what kind of carnage. I know the best thing about this is they only do moderate damage, so they might not have took as much damage as we would have thought.
No, it was definitely a wild ride for all involved, so I'll let you go back and do that. Shouldn't be too long of an extended caution flag here. Do have cars a lap down, so probably about an extra lap we'll put onto the field, but I do not think it's going to be too long at all before we get back under green flag racing here at Duquoin. So what I can tell you is Josh Boyer was the leader there at the time of caution. He'll maintain the lead. Danny Hardy's number 57. He survives the wreck. He's up to second. Rob P. third. DJ Hinsky fourth. And Duke Sorensen going to round out your top five here in Duquoin. I'm giving Todd a little bit of extra time. Hopefully he's going to be ready here in a jiffy with a special look here at a Full Velocity TV replay presented by Spadafora Firearms. Look up Brendan's website at SpadaforaFirearms.com. All the name brand gun stuff, any accessory you may need, training with your new weapon, even ways to sign up with a discounted rate to the National Rifle Association. SpadaforaFirearms.com. Look up Brendan Spadafora. Great guy, always out there on our YouTube chat, and a special individual here. The second caution flag of the night here in Duquoin on lap number 60. Todd Stanton, show us what you got. 3 wide racing up in the front of the field. Lap car racing, 2 of the leaders, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah, definitely all hell broke loose here with the number 17 of Pushrod here. He gets a little bit loose. He's coming down the track here. You watch it 3 wide racing down the back chute here. 3 wide here into the corner. Never a good sign. And look at Pushrod. He pushes up here in the corner. It looks like he missed the corner here. Gets into the 08 around into Napick. Napick in the 08 making some love down there. And, man, that's a new meaning to bumper humping there. As a 6 of Napick up on his lid. And it looks like he's going to roll over and back onto his lid. So no quite a half turtle there, Phil.
Just a half of one, though. And I saw a couple of cars just kind of get stopped in behind as well. I think Darrell Brown, unfortunately, got a piece of the 86. I almost think a 37 may have got a little tiny piece of that as well. I think we see the 450 there on your screen. I'm not sure who that was, the 450. I think I've got them all. But, yeah, there was definitely a lot of cars, a lot of carnage involved into turn number 2, caution flag on the speedway, and you're going to have to see how some of these cars at the back of the field, you know, Napick going to have to come from the back. Mangrum, those 2 guys have been fast all night long. Darrell Brown, our points leader. Could there be points implications? You got guys like DJ Hinsky, Duke Sorensen in the top 5 in points, all now riding in the top 5. So it's never too early to start thinking about points implications, even if you're halfway through the year. One bad race in this scenario, you can get put behind the 8 ball. Guys that are, you know, about 80 to 100 points back in points, if they're up in the top 5 and a leader gets taken out, you can make up a lot of points in a hurry with this old point system.
Yeah, definitely, Phil, is the old point system is one of those ones where you can make up tons and tons of points, and that's something that some of these guys are looking forward to. I did not get a chance to look at the points myself. I know you were reading them off there early, but I got to say hello to everybody out there on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch, and whoever is following us here this evening. Got to remind those who are out there on Facebook Live, star donations here going on all week long, Monday through Sunday. Free Full Velocity t-shirt to the top star donator of the week, so make sure you watch Full Velocity TV for that. Winners, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here off of turn number 4. The earth shaking, the ground pounding, the muddy, big block modified, small block modifieds also mixed in. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing down the front straightaway.
Yeah, and it's all double file restarts, you know, old school style at Hobo, where the lead lap cars go to the outside lane. The cars 1 lap down. They restart from the bottom. That's why you see the 17 of Bob Becker up there, the 51 of Roger Devilsick. Those cars are off the lead lap. It's the 41 of Boyer, the 57 of Danny Hardy. Hardy trying to get around the lap traffic. The 41 of Boyer makes a little bit of contact with the outside wall. He's going to surrender positions off of turn number 4.
Yeah, 1 through 3, Phil. These guys having issues now as Boyer hits the outside wall, and he's dropping like a rock through the field. Unfortunate for Mr. Boyer there is now gives the lead to, I'm not sure if it's Dan Hardy, but yellow flag going to fly once again, Phil. Not sure what brought out this most recent yellow flag. We're going to have to go back and see, but it might even be the 41 why the yellow come out.
I'm going to say go look for the 51 and our race leader, the 57 of Danny Hardy. I think there was a little, maybe I can't say a disagreement of space, but both cars definitely were coming down the hill, avoiding the 41 having his mishaps. I can't tell. Maybe you go back and even look further if the 41 had some help with the 17 getting off the wall there or not. Not sure what the 41 up the hill, but I do know the 51 or the 57 started, dodging the 41 going up the hill, and I think they made a little bit of innocent contact, but it sent, I believe, Roger Nebelsick's car around in the wrong direction. Roger having a miserable night here, currently running 18th, 2 laps down, so what was a trying night for the 51 just got a little bit more trying here at Duquoin. Third caution flag of the night now as we got the first 52 laps in caution-free. The last dozen laps have all been marred by the caution flag. So let's see what happened up there. This was racing amongst our leaders, I can say, Todd. Not sure if the 41 had a direct result to what happened. I think it was more the 57 or the 51, maybe dodging the reaction of the 41. Am I incorrect or am I right? Show us on the Full Velocity TV replay.
Well, we're all going to see here just momentarily. We're going to go from the blimp. So we can see what happened between the 17 and the 41. Onto the screen here. So now, the 41, I'm going to say, it looks like the 17 drove it in pretty hard. Now, the 41 looks like he was reacting to maybe the 17. I didn't see any contact, but then again, the hitboxes are a little bit different here in NASCAR 2003. 51 gets a little bit out of shape and comes back up there, makes a little bit more contact. More contact there, and around goes the 51 of Roger Nebelsick. And a knot and up in front of a couple other drivers there, Phil. But it looks like they keep moving on. But Nebelsick going to have to restart this race from the rear.
Well, you see, things happen in a hurry here, and if you ever run dirt in the NR 2002 simulation, this looked like an NR 2003 dirt wreck 2AT. 2 guys up front make contact, 2 guys behind them start racing hard, you get hooked on each other, and yeah, nothing that Roger could do, nothing that Danny could do. Roger goes up the racetrack, takes a couple of cars with him into the outside wall, but I think everybody's okay. They'll get rolling back in the right direction here. We'll continue on with racing at Duquoin under the caution flag. The new race leader, the 57 of the legendary Danny Hardy, the patriarch of the legendary Hardy family out there in the sim racing community. Cool to see Danny in the field. He leads in the number 57. Rob Heath, the number 8, he's having a terrific run. He's up in second with the 14 of DJ Hinsky third, the 59 of Duke Sorensen fourth, and the Brendan Spadafora, the number 37, Todd. Brendan is up in the top 5. Darrell Brown is 6th, with Ron Simpson now 7th. Danny Rubino 8th, Rich Knappich up to 9th, and Joey Sigmund, he's rebounded nicely in the 1 car. Joey up in the top 10.
Definitely good racing going on throughout the field here, Phil. Just seeing some different names up towards the top 10 here. It's nice to see, but I know a lot of the leaders have had some issues and still feeling a little bit under the weather. So if you hear it in my voice, it is because of a severe sinus infection here tonight, Phil. So cold weather, New York, not a good mixture here tonight.
Well, you're under the weather. They shot lasers in my eyes this morning. I got a split headache. Things are kind of a little bit hazy and fuzzy. I probably should be in bed. Like I opened the show with tonight, the instructions were operating no heavy machinery, making no important life decisions. I said, well, what the heck? Is Full Velocity TV an important life decision? Well, you bet your butt, but I am not going to miss a race of Hobo for the life of me. So we are here tonight. We may be playing hurt, but we are going to bring in action to you as Todd and Phil do every single night of the week that we are out here. We're out here tonight in our 2003. We've been doing a lot of iRacing dirt. We are thankful to be so busy. If you would like to be a part of the fray on Full Velocity TV, I know the requests have been coming in at a rate I don't even think you and I can handle right now, but check us up here on our Facebook page, Full Velocity TV, or drop us an old school email, fullvelocitytv@gmail.com is how to get a hold of us and try to schedule a date in now. No, we're scheduled here tomorrow night with the 305 Sprint Cars, a big double bill coming up once again Sunday. But let's stay here in Duquoin, Illinois. We are back to Green Flag Racing on lap number 69.
Yeah, Green Flag Racing and Danny Hardy in the number 57, assumes the lead in the number 8 of Rob Heath, running in that second spot. DJ Hinsky was running in third. Not sure where he went to there, Phil. Looks like something got bottled up here, because that's going to bring out a yellow flag once again.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if the 14 had a tiny piece of this one. He was up there in the top 3 on the restart, but he's certainly not now up in the top 3 now. So under the caution flag for the 4th time tonight. They say cautions. You know, they often breed cautions. They're doing that right now here at Duquoin. The 4th yellow flag in the last 20 laps after 50-plus laps of green flag racing. It's time to page Dr. Green. I'll pay the bills here tonight. Why the heck not? I get Obamacare. Why not? Paging Dr. Green. Bring the elixir into the dirt here at Duquoin. Yeah, the vortex theory may have dirt kicking up all over the place, but Dr. Green, we are asking you right now, make the trip to Springfield, Illinois. Come out here to Duquoin and get us out here. More green flag racing. I believe this one may have got the number 93 car of Wild Bill involved there, Todd. Am I correct here, or, you know, am I wrong? I see Wild Bill rolling away. I'm not sure if you're even back there looking through the replay, but I think Wild Bill may have got innocently a piece of this one, as now he's on pit road. He's falling a lap down.
Yeah, not sure, Phil, as I didn't get a look at that last one. Camera angle was not working as far as what I was looking at. It looked like somebody disappeared on my screen. A disappearing act. Looked like the aliens are going to try to take Wild Bill. So I'm not sure if it's on my end that time, but again, NASCAR 2003 at its finest sometimes. It is an older simulation, 15 years going strong here, Phil. So these guys put on a fantastic sim to go 15 years. You know, that's quite a feat. And a lot of the guys got to be proud of that, especially the guys that made this game.
Oh, absolutely right. Who would have thought this is still alive and well? And, you know, a poll came out toward the end of NASCAR season, and, you know, they asked the greatest racing game, or what's the best racing simulator out there? And, of course, you know, iRacing, the big darling of the world right now, was obviously on the list. But, you know, you look at stuff like the old, you know, the NASCAR Revolution games that have just come out, the NASCAR Heat games that are out there on the little consoles now. And then somewhere at the bottom of the list, a big ploy for the old NASCAR Racing 2003 PC game, the one we are out here doing tonight. There was still a lot of love and infinity for this game, even out there in the old NASCAR world. A lot of the stars that we see out there today, even past stars like Dale Earnhardt Jr., a big one, those guys all cut their teeth here in this simulation. They still love it to death. They all consider it the best of the best as far as the games that ever came out, and it's really cool. There's still a lot of love out there for this sim, and hopefully some more guys, you know, over time will come back to it. I know there's a lot of cool things, you know, announcement yesterday that they're going to bring out some kind of application that bring it back to the old days of the sim with the old safety ratings and the open lobbies and the, you know, the hosted type of races we see back in the iRacing type of world. So if something like that can take off once again in this community, in this sim, and bring this thing back to life, even revive a little bit more life into it 16 years after its release, all is cool. I hope it happens. And if it does, you can bet your butt Todd and Phil will be all over the coverage of it.
Yeah, definitely be awesome to see that come back, Phil, especially the instant system that they used to have going on in the Sierra lobby. I remember spending many days in the NASCAR 2003 community, whether it was going to Open Speedway, TTR. I mean, there was Team Terra Racing. There was multiple servers. High Grip Wreckers. For all you guys at NASCAR 2003 fans, how many of you guys out there, whether it's YouTube or Twitch or even Facebook Live, how many of you guys remember the server High Grip Wreckers? If you were in NASCAR 2003, you got to remember High Grip Wreckers. Phil, what about you?
Oh, well, do I remember going over to High Grip Wreckers? How about the old days of going out night after night in the old loop on Open Speedway? Open Speedway still out there alive and doing well. Look those guys up. I know Gordon and Ralph do a great job out there as well. That old league still goes on, and well, that loop of super speedway racing, they do it, I think, about once or twice a week. So this game's still alive and well. It's still out there and breathing. So if you can hear it, you guys can't believe we're still out there doing this. Well, come on back. It's still a lot of fun. And the great news is the content is not, you know, you don't have to buy any of this crap anymore. It's not like iRacing, new track, new update, throw some money in monthly. It's all right here. It's all still free. So many great content makers out there still keeping this sim alive and well. Come back in NASCAR 2003. There's still some good racing that goes on here. So we're here at Duquoin. 73 laps on the board. Danny Hardy going to lead the field back to green flag there in turn 1.
Yeah, Danny Hardy running down here into turn number 1. Here comes the number 8 of Rob Heath. Heath trying to look down to the bottom side, not able to pull anything off. Drifts up the track and stays in line with the 56 or 57 machine of Dan Hardy. And then Duke Sorensen right now currently running in that 3rd spot in the number 59 machine. Right now we're green flag, Phil, so we're keeping it to the tone here. and only had a couple of yellow flags here in the later portions of it. And I see some contact to the outside wall there, Phil. Not sure what caused that, but that's going to bring out our yellow.
Yeah, go back and find that one, because yellow definitely coming on the speedway just as a good race was starting to shape up for third between the 86 of Darrell Brown. You know, he was up there making his way back through the field. Duke Sorensen was out there, and I think this one may have gathered up the 59 in the wreck as I seen that car all destroyed, man, and that thing's going to have to go off on the flatbed. Duke Sorensen definitely was involved in this most recent caution flag. Tough break as Duke was top 5 of the point standings, was running in the top 3 on the racetrack, and his night is going to end in a blaze of glory in the 59. This one here, I want to go back and take a look. I know, Todd, you need to go out there and give all our viewers on Facebook Live, on Twitch, on YouTube. Thank you all for watching over any of the 3 media outlets here for Full Velocity TV's streaming platform. Of course, we can't forget our buddy Jake Keel at Full Velocity Radio, the Full Velocity TV media platform, taking off in a big way. An all-new episode of the Race Shop podcast will be coming up here really soon. We've been so busy, haven't had a lot of time to get one out there produced, but it'll be back up here on the airwaves really shortly. So Full Velocity's media platform is really exploding, and it's all thanks to the fans out there that do so much for us. You want to let us do more? Help us out, be a part of our team. Stars Donations on Facebook. We're giving away a free t-shirt here to our top Stars donator this week, and all the other donations, guys and girls, they go so far to helping us out here with Full Velocity TV, enhancing our rig, giving you better picture, better sound quality, better anything. It all helps to go a long way. Be a part of our team now, making those Stars donations. We appreciate them greatly here on Full Velocity TV. Under caution flag for the 5th time, working lap number 76. And Duke Sorensen, Todd, he took a wild tumble there. That car got absolutely destroyed.
Definitely destroyed, and we're going to take a look at reason why. He comes out of the track. I think you thought he was clear. He comes down directly to the double stick, pounds the outside wall, already getting upside down. Upside down, he's just doing barrel rolls, tons and tons of barrel rolls. Quadruple lust, and then he lands on his wheels. We're going to take a look at that again. It's just, this is probably one of the worst wrecks I've seen in quite some time here in NASCAR 2003. As he went for one wild ride in the 59 machine. So, he hits the wall, hard right, up into the air, and over. Probably, I'm going to say probably 10 barrel rolls. Phil lands on his wheels, car destroyed, game over. He has to go to the pits there in the 59 machine, and that's a tough break for Duke Sorensen.
And I hope he filled out the pilot's license, from the FAA too, because that car was really high up in the air. That is a tough break for Duke Sorensen. I feel bad for him, and I'm also beginning to get concerned about my broadcast partner, Mr. Stanton. That's 3 times in 1 week we have got a figure skating reference. I know we do sim racing out here, Todd. I have dreamed of being either a Major League Baseball commentator, a football commentator. I'm starting to think if there's something to do with figure skating out there. Maybe that may be your niche. Maybe it's something you need to chase.
No, Phil, it's one of those things that when I was a kid, we had 2 stations, and I'm sorry for the story time here. We had 2 stations up on the hill. It was WBNG TV, which was CBS, and once in a while we were lucky, unless it was snow, we got NBC. And what did they show most early in the wintertime? I got to see the Winter Olympics when I was a kid, and that's all you could watch. There was no turning off the TV. My father sat there and watched figure skating, hockey, whatever. We sat there and watched. And back then, figure skating was huge in the 90s. I couldn't believe it. Now you look at the Olympics and, you got some other things that actually show in there. But story time is I was forced to watch it, Phil, because that's the only 2 stations we had. So I learned some of the things, and, I think I got hit on top of the head. And as I think these guys are going back to green flag racing, they are. But I got hit on top of the head the other day, and I think it jarred some of those old memories loose.
I don't know how to follow it, but we're back to green flag racing here at Duquoin, working lap number 79. We're talking skating stuff, and think of Phil on roller skates. We'll do that someday too, as that was once upon a time a real competitive thing too. But we're back to racing here at Duquoin. Joey Sigmund's number 1 car was scored the leader last time around, but we may have a race on our hands brewing up near for the lead. The one car has it. We saw the 41 of Josh Boyer earlier in the race. He led a lot of laps. Josh Boyer running second, and cue up the Jaws music, Todd, because Joey Sigmund's lead, it may be short-lived. It's 3 car lengths off of turn number 2.
Yeah, I don't think he incurred a lot of damage there in that 41 machine, as he's still running pretty quick here with a 28.934 last time by. Let's see what he does this time by in the 41 machine. A 28.525, but he's actually slower, Phil. He's slower than Joey Sigmund in that number 1 machine, so the one's starting to pull away here. 131.806 miles an hour, so I guess Boyer did get a little bit of damage from his fray with the wall. 130.692 for Josh Boyer.
Well, and I'll go out with this way, talking about Joey Sigmund. Get you some boy out there with the race lead, a half second over the 41 of Josh Boyer into turn number 3. Frank Radosky, you haven't talked about Frank all night long. He's got the 39 up there, rolling in the 3rd spot. Rob Heath and Mike Mangrum, Darrell Brown, Sprinters Final Four is back there. Get that camera back there to that race for 3rd there, Todd. That one's starting to get pretty insane. 39 has it. He's got a big gaggle of race cars that want that spot as they work their way up for turn number 2 when he gets freight train up to the outside.
Yeah, it kind of looked like Talladega there. Talladega racing with no grip up on the high side, and he was just left out to lunch, out to eat there. The 08 machine of Rob Heath now going to pull up here into the 3rd spot. 4th is going to be Downtown Darrell Brown in the number 86 machine. So he's starting to work his way back up through the field. Napick even in that number 6 machine. He's battling with the number 39 machine. He's trying to take over 6th.
Trying to take over 6th. That is good racing going on from 3rd all the way on back to about 12th. They are all stuck in one gaggle. Got a couple of lap cars in there. The 93 of Wild Bill getting stuck out of the groove, but it's allowing Joey Sigmund and Josh Boyer up front. Those 2 guys are driving away. You get the likes of Mangrum and Darrell Brown and Napick, Rob Heath back there. Those guys are fast early. Well, they've got to chase down 2.5 seconds. They're starting to run out of laps there, Todd. Next time around, 85 from 110 on the board. I could call that a good old-fashioned Thursday night 25-lap shootout at Duquoin.
Yeah, and you're going to look at this, and Phil, you're going to say, wow. Guess who the fastest car of the Speedway was last time by? Downtown Darrell Brown, 133.033 over the current race leaders, 131.360. So those guys coming in a hurry. Mike Mangrum about the same lap times there as he's indeed in front of Darrell Brown, but right now Brown staying behind him, but they catching him at a good clip. Look at the closing rate down the front straightaway.
Yeah, it really is. They're doing a fantastic job. Rich Napick in the 6 car trying to run down the 8 of Rob Heath. You got Danny Hardy's 57 right there in the fray. Good single file battle here. Joey Sigmund leads Josh Boyer, but you see Mangrum and Darrell Brown, the rest of the group behind him. Those 2 guys are fast. What was a happy twosome up front may become a fivesome here soon as the 08, 86, and 8 car all beginning to chase down our top 2. Here comes Josh Boyer to the low side. Can he defend the spot from these guys during turn 3?
Yeah, Boyer trying to hold the 08 or the 8 machine of Mike Mangrum at bay, as he's done here for a little bit of the 9th, the number 1 machine of Joey Sigmund. Right now holding on to the top spot. But here comes 08 down the bottom. Contact made with the bottom here. And right into the inside wall there, Phil. And that's where you play with disaster. Bam! The 08 just gets railed there as the 21 machine had nowhere to go up on the top shelf. Did not see that coming. Steve Rubino, hopefully not a lot of damage to the 21 machine. He didn't see the 08 coming up the track. It's a little dusty up there for these guys with the simulation dust on, as I could not have it on because we wouldn't be able to see any of these cars. But the 08 machine right now hit the inside wall. That's that risk versus reward, and that time it was a risk and sent him around there. Now he's going to have to go all the way back to the tail. Tell you though, Darrell Brown's got to be happy because he was going to have a fight on his hands with that 08 machine. Now the 08 behind him. Now the 08's going to have to get around Darrell Brown.
Absolutely right. Things just completely continue to change here at the Duquoin Speedway here tonight. Duquoin Fairgrounds out here, Duquoin, Illinois. Awesome. Flat 1 mile, legendary racetrack. Really cool to come out here and bring this show to you folks out there tonight. I've been monitoring YouTube all night long. The ladies have been keeping that thing busy all night, and that's one of my favorite things about a race of Hobo. These ladies out there are the absolute best. They keep us entertained. The conversation is always awesome. You know what's awesome right now there, Todd? the number 08 of Mike Mangrum. We talk about it, the low side of these NR dirt tracks. So you have to run them, but you run that risk of getting too low. That wall will reach right out and bite you. It did that to Mike Mangrum right there. A tough break, but you got to wrestle that wall to go fast. Just sometimes you get on the bad end of it.
Yeah, definitely not where you wanna be, and unfortunately, that's probably the fastest groove around the speedway, and it just hooked him. It jumped out there, it stuck its ugly head out there, and said, "Nope, not today." And the 08 machine, just going to the back here, Mike Mangrum. Lengthy pit stop there as he did get pounded in the driver's side door there. So we're going to have to see how much worse for the wear he is, because he did have a fast piece underneath him in that mellow yellow sponsored machine.
Sure did, and we're going to be down here next time around. 20 laps going to remain on this event, 90 of 110 on the board. Josh Boyer is going to reassume the lead with Daryl Brown, Rob Heath, Rich Knappick, and Danny Hardy, your top 5. DJ Hinsky is 6th with MT Johnson 7th. Bob Becker is 8th. Ron Simpson 9th. Frank Grodowski is running 10th with Joey Sigmund now 11th. Danny Rubino is 12th. Brendan Spadafora 13th. Steve Rubino is 14th. And Mike Mangrum now going to be blocked back there in 15th. The last car on the lead lap. 16th, 1 lap down, we find Roger Nebelsick. Wild Bill is 3 laps down in 17th and 2 cars out of the race. Duke Sorensen's number 59 and the number 710 of Manny Diaz. So just about an hour ago, we took the green flag here at Duquoin with 19 drivers taking the green flag. We have 17 of them left on the racetrack, and I believe the 51 may get a lucky dog, so that may put 16 drivers back on the lead lap as we're getting set to go here, about a lap or so for putting this thing back under the green flag. Josh Boyer and Daryl Brown, 2 of the faster cars all night long. It's going to be their guys to settle for about the next 20 laps when this thing goes back to green. All right, so I had to stop singing at this end. You gave me the toodles. Todd, you had a great soliloquy right there. Did you didn't do it again, did you? Did you hit the mute button? Did you do it?
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to hear me out there. It's just one of those things. I keep hitting that stupid pesky mute button as we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. The pace car down, waiting for the green flag to fly here at Duquoin. And once again, green flag is in the air. The 41 of Josh Boyer out to the lead with the 86 of Daryl Brown. In second, Heath, Knappick, and Hardy. That is your top 5.
They worked their way off of turn 2 down the back straightaway here, working lap number 92. It's Josh Boyer. He's got the race lead. I think that's where he wants to be, the later going in the race. Downtown, Daryl Brown, 2 car lengths back in the 86. He's going to work the low side, maybe gaining a little touch dip more. 41 walks up the racetrack. Brown's going to run. We may have a battle for the lead, Todd, once we hit turn 1.
Yeah, Boyer's car definitely struggling in center off of that 41 machine. Brown able to do better here through the center and off himself. So he's able to keep up with the 41 of Boyer as they enter the back straightaway, waiting for him to make a move as they come down here to turn number 3. It's downtown, Daryl Brown trying to get around and capitalize on the number 41 of Josh Boyer off of turn number 4 to the start-finish line. Brown not going to be able to do anything this time but hopefully he's going to try the assault again here in the next couple of laps.
That's a good 3-car race up front between Boyer and Brown and Rob Heath in the 8-car. That 8-car is just having one hell of a run out here tonight, running in that 3rd spot. 4th on the racetrack, Danny Hardy. Him and Rich Knappick have had a good fight on their hands. DJ Hinsky is right there. And also MT Johnson, a open-wheel veteran, a guy who I've run with a lot in the Whalen Modifieds. Is always a heavy hitter. Of course, this being the Whalen Series, we're out here on the dirt in the big block Modifieds. MT Johnson having a great rebound, currently up in the 7th spot, and he may give a run to DJ Hinsky here soon. Got to applaud the 06, who has been run off the lead lap most of the night, hasn't been a player at all. late in the going. MT Johnson, his presence has fell up to 7th as they exit turn 4.
Like I said, Phil, MT Johnson, an asphalt veteran, and once you get to the dirt, it equalizes some of these guys out there really, really fast on the asphalt. MT Johnson being one of those guys, but a good solid finish. He'll pad his points a little bit there in that 06, and he'll come away with a solid finish. Being an asphalt guy, you want to finish the race at least. If you don't like dirt, you want to finish the race. You want to get as many points as you can, and it'll be a successful night. You don't even have to win this race.
Well, if you're points racing, sure. If you're a guy like me who, if I get the wheel on the desk, there's a pretty good chance I'm probably miserable. If I'm running off the pace, if I just suck, there's a good chance I'm going to put it in the wall and just come down pit road with it and just put myself out of the misery. But that's why I don't win championships. That's why y'all want me up here in the booth night after night on Full Velocity TV. What is a 3-car race up front may soon become 4 as Danny Hardy's number 57, Todd. He has run down this top 3, so it's going to be a 4-way for the lead up here. Boyer leading Brown and Rob Heath. Danny Hardy, you got to put him in the fray here, racing for the win late. This time around, 99 of 110 go on the board.
Yeah, 99 of 110, almost 10 laps remaining here at Duquoin. They've clicked off rather quick here this evening, Phil. Not a lot of yellows, but late race yellows here. But Boyer right now maintaining the lead here in the number 41 machine. That Jeg sponsor machine Axe, the number 86 of Daryl Brown running in second. Just about the same speed as the 41 of Josh Boyer right now. Boyer has found something a little bit stronger here. As Brown trying to catch that 41 machine. He's not being able to do it here. He's able to stay in the tire tracks, not able to actually gain anything, Phil, as he's staying about the same.
Sure is, and I'm just waiting for a race for the lead to kind of start happening up there between Boyer and Brown. I think it's safe to say Boyer was probably the fastest car here tonight. Mike Mangrum was our pole sitter here about an hour ago, but Mike Mangrum's car, we seen him getting involved in that last wreck on the inside and that, savage hit he took from a 21 afterward. Mike Mangum's car is behind the wall. Looks like his night is going to be done, so one of the guys who early in the race really had a stranglehold on a really good finish coming. His night is done. Mike Mangum going to finish up 17th. So that's just another name off the list of drivers that Josh Boyer has to contend with. You know who else going to fight out there right now? Rob Heath and Danny Hardy. A terrific race going on for the 3rd spot, I believe, off of 4. Give it to Hardy as he's going to be up to P3. Can he chase down those top 2? He's going to 2nd and a half. He's going to have to run those fellas down.
Yeah, that Excedrin migraine sponsored machine, the number 57 of Dan Hardy, moving up to that 3rd spot onto a podium finish so far for the 57 machine. He wrestled that away from the number 8 of Rob Heath, but now the battle is starting to heat up front, Phil, as we were watching the number 86 start to close the gap bit by bit by bit here on the 41 of Boyer. All Boyer has to do is make a mistake, and lap traffic starting to come involved.
Oh, it's starting to as Joey Sigmund's going to drop back to the clutches of falling a lap down. Does lap traffic play a role at the end of the sting? Is a caution flag going to come out? A late race caution may throw a monkey wrench into the equation here as 103 laps go on the board. Believe they are racing back to the line, but there's a laps left on this board, Todd, where we are going to see at least one more restart in the race. Not exactly sure. I didn't catch where the incident may have occurred. I'm going to let you go to work down there in the Full Velocity TV replay booth. This should be the final replay we're going to have to show here of the night before we get to the conclusion of this one. But I hope you have all enjoyed this show as much as we have bringing it to you here tonight as Todd and Phil get to go down on memory lane, coming back to NR 2003 in the dirt, no less, is something that was very near and dear to Todd and our graphics guy, Martin Karch, who is pound for pound probably the best NR dirt racer that I've ever seen. I'd put that guy's talent up against anybody. Cool to come out here and put these big block modifieds on display at Hobo tonight at Duquoin. You couldn't pick a better racetrack to come out here and do this. The racing's been superb. I know the YouTube chat has been awesome as these ladies always take care of us anytime we come over to Hobo. So really thrilled, really honored to be a part of the show. And all you out there on the Facebook Live side, keep those stars donations coming. You want to win a Full Velocity TV t-shirt, top stars donator at the end of our show tomorrow night. We've been going since Sunday. Top stars donator will win a free t-shirt and new contest. We'll start up live here coming up Monday night. We have a big twin bill on Monday, so pay attention to the entire Full Velocity TV catalog, as it seems like every night at least 1 or 2 shows on our airwaves. But we're here live at Hobo, Duquoin Speedway. I believe the 7th caution flag of the night. Todd, what'd you find? You told me. Tell us what you found there, Todd. All right. I think he's being a little gun shy. I don't know. I'll give it to you straight here, guys. We don't poo-poo on here. Todd's looking. He's looking. I think if anything happened, I think it may have been on a view, because that definite sound of silence when I say, Todd, what'd you find? And Todd says nothing. That right, Todd? Nothing you can find to show us?
Nothing out there on the speedway that has caused this yellow flag. Not sure what caused it up. Maybe jock debris from one of the wrecks earlier in the night. But jock debris, maybe some of his kids, Jane and some of the other. It's got to be jock debris out there, Phil. That's the only thing that can explain it. That's what brought out the yellow.
It could have been that. It could have been pieces off a race car. I think the 93 to 37 may have bumped there too, and something may have come flying off the car. But either way there, I don't think there's too much terribly to show here. Getting down to the nitty-gritty here, the latter stages of this race under the caution flag. Now working lap 105, so it's going to be an under 5-lap shootout. Can Josh Boyer hold off Darrell Brown? Can Danny Hardy pull off a win from a 3rd spot? How about Rob Heath? Can he pull a big win here tonight? DJ Hinsky having a solid season here in the Whelen Modified Series, up in the top 5. Rich Napick, a guy who's always a heavy hitter, currently running 6th. Can he make it to the front? How about guys like M.T. Johnson or Bob Becker? Roger Nebelsick has rebounded back into the top 10 from 3 laps down. Danny Rubino was in the top 10. Steve Rubino was back there. Guys that have had a really, really good night are running in the top 10. Who is it going to be? The field is in the back straightaway. We are a half a lap from getting back to the green flag. It's about that time there, Todd. Who is it going to be? Who's going to be the big winner tonight in Duquoin?
Yeah, who is going to be the big winner? Who's it going to be here this evening at Duquoin? We know you got to have a favorite out there. Let us know via YouTube, via Twitch, via Facebook Live. These guys restacked, repacked, getting ready to go back to green flag racing with Scott Boyer at the helm. Darrell Brown second, Dan Hardy. Green flag is in the air, and we're racing down the front straightaway here to turn number 1. Is Brown going to have anything for Boyer here in the closing laps?
What we have to see, we know Boyer's car has had trouble running the middle of the racetrack as they exit turn number 2. The 86 of Darrell Brown going to pull up to the back end of the 41 of Josh Boyer into turn number 3. 41's going to slam the door shut, but you can see it middle off. That car washed up the hill. It may be advantage Darrell Brown. The 86 trying to make the run to the inside. Can't quite find running them there. As they're staying north and south as they hit turn 1.
Yeah, north and south is the number 86 machine trying to work over the bottom of the track here tonight, Phil. The 41 of Boyer right now working the top shelf for the speedway, and I cannot do that. Monotone. The 41 of Josh Boyer now dives down to the bottom side. The 86 of Darrell Brown down on the bottom even further, flirting with the edge of disaster there with that inside wall. But down the front straightaway here again, Phil, it is still all Josh Boyer holding on to this lead. The 86 trying everything he can. Dan Hardy right there to the fray too.
Yeah, if these two guys make a mistake up front, Danny Hardy is ready to pounce all over these guys down the front stretch into turn number 1. 2 to go from the stand. 2 more trips around the flat mile here in Duquoin, Illinois. Can Josh Boyer hold off Darrell Brown? Can Danny Hardy make one more last-ditch attempt off at turn number 3? Caution on the racetrack. This is going to be the race for the win off of turn number 4 as they're going to come back to the yellow and the white. Josh Boyer and Darrell Brown, it looks like, may finish up 1-2. This one for sure is going to end it, Todd, as caution on the speedway. The field in turn number 3 behind the pace car. We can say it. Josh Boyer going to be about 2 corners away in a straightaway behind the pace car. Josh Boyer going to pick up the big win tonight here in Duquoin.
Yeah, Josh Boyer in that number 41 machine going to pick up the win here this evening in that Jeg sponsor machine downtown. Daryl Brown going to finish up in second, and then number 86. Danny Hardy, Rob Heath, DJ Hinsky, Rich Napick, MT Johnson, Pushrod, Roger Nebelstick, Danny Robino. In 10th, 11th is Steve Robino, Ron Simpson, Frank Rodessi in the number 39, Brendan Spadafora, 14th, and 15th. Actually, 15th is going to be Brendan Spadafora there in that number 37 machine. So, checker flag going to fly, and our winner going to be the 41 of Josh Boyer.
Absolutely right. This one's going to be a fun victory lane for you to go down there and talk to Josh. And, man, I get a thrill here on the post-race show, as well as we'll talk to our second-place finisher, Mr. Daryl Brown, and the number 57 of Danny Hardy. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully we get to catch up with Danny as well, but we'll try to move these guys around, move toward the post-race show here on Full Velocity TV tonight, sponsored by Spadafora Firearms. Check out Brendan's website at SpadaforaFirearms.com. He will take care of you there. All the name brand firearms, supplies, ammunition, training with the new weapons out there, and even ways to sign up with the NRA. Check out SpadaforaFirearms.com here in the post-race show now at the Duquoin Fairgrounds Speedway. And this one is going to be great here as Josh Boyer into victory lane with Daryl Brown in second and Danny Hardy going to finish up third, and I'm not sure we'll have Danny on the post-race show. Hopefully, he'll make his way in the team speak. We'll catch up with the driver of the number 57 as he put one hell of a race on, and we'll hopefully give Danny a couple brief seconds here, Todd. I'd like to talk to all three, but nonetheless, for certain, we'll have Daryl Brown and, of course, our winner, Josh Boyer, here on the post-race.
Yeah, definitely going to have some good running going on here tonight, Phil. Cannot wait to see what the reactions of these guys are going to be as Josh Boyer and Daryl Brown put on one whale of a show here towards the end of this one. I know Yellow Flag kind of mucked that one up there for both of those drivers there, Phil. But Josh Boyer wanted to see that Yellow Flag, I do believe. It was easier for him to fend off when you're yellow when you can't pass.
Well, sometimes the yellow flag is your friend, and that's what happens tonight here is Josh Boyer going to pick up the win. I'm going to run down here trackside and talk to our runner-up finisher in car number 86, our points leader. That's downtown Daryl Brown's number 86, finishing up P2. Daryl, congratulations, buddy. Terrific run for you guys tonight. If you had that one more lap of green, could you have run down that 41 as you guys were clearly the two fastest cars here in Duquoin tonight?
Yeah, I don't know if I would have caught him. He made a few mistakes within 20 to go, and I could get a little bit of a run. But, yeah, he didn't make any mistakes on that last restart.
So I got to ask you, of course, the Hobo Racing Whelen Modified Series, one that we follow pretty closely here at Full Velocity TV. You sprinkle the dirt tracks into the equation here, make it a points race. Dirt, not always everybody's cup of tea, as everybody knows. It's a completely different animal. How much do you stress out when you see the dirt come on the schedule? Do you get a little anxious knowing you're the points leader, or is this another night to go out there and attack your own racetrack and run your own race kind of thing?
I do like the dirt tracks. One of the biggest things is every dirt track is just a little bit different than the others. But I did win here at Duquoin earlier this year, so I was looking forward to coming back.
Love it. Always like to hear that. Dirt racing is an awesome thing. Daryl Brown finishing up second here tonight. Now, big picture racing. Good points tonight for you as some guys behind you, really kind of had a struggle. We saw, Duke Sorensen have a big hit earlier on. Rich Napick was right there. DJ had a good run. Bob had an off night. Steve was back there in a big wreck. Overall, good points tonight for you. You got to be pleased with that. You're going to extend that lead a little bit, I would assume.
Yeah, overall, we got a top three finish. That's kind of what we shoot for every week. Just make sure we finish the race. I know Rich is right on my tail in the points, and he didn't finish too far behind me, so I'll pick up a little bit, but he's still right there.
Well, Daryl, as we always do here on Full Velocity TV for our top three, I'm going to toss you this microphone. The floor is all yours. A great crowd watching tonight out there on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch TV. So friends, family, sponsors, anybody to say hello to there, my friend. The floor is all yours. Do it right now.
Sure. Thanks to all the admins at Hobo. Thanks to everybody that was able to watch tonight. And I know my wife, Roxanne, and my dad, Troy, will probably see this at some point, so I'll say hello to them.
Well, that sounds great. Congratulations, Daryl. Terrific run, and I think we're coming back to Hobo in a couple of days, so we'll hopefully do this again with top 3. Awesome job there, bud. We'll talk soon.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
All right, Darrell Brown, the point leader, coming home tonight in P2. That's a great run for him. You know who else had a good run tonight? Our race winner, sitting down in victory lane. I think we have done this before. Josh Boyer in victory lane with Todd Stanton and Duquoin.
Down here in victory lane with the driver of the Jag sponsor machine, the number 41 of Josh Boyer, picking up the win here at Duquoin. Dominating fashion towards the end of the night here. You dominated the early portions. You had the 08 there to contend with the Magnum, but Josh, you were able to capitalize on his misfortunes here tonight. He wasn't able to compete with you, but you also had Darrell Brown right there nipping at your toes here towards the end of this event. Tell us about your race.
Man, what a race. That had a little bit of everything in it, didn't it? Wow. After I knew early on the only way I could beat the 08 was pit strategy, and I pitted a couple laps before he did, maybe a lap or two, and got ahead of him a couple seconds there after that first pit stop, and I thought that was going to be the race. He and I were so close on speed, I didn't think I'd be able to pass him on the track, so I knew that was a big strategy call. And then a little later on, got a little bit of with the lap traffic and got me pushed up into the upper lane there and dropped me back, and from that point forward, it was basically just fuel strategy the whole time. I knew the only way I'd win the race is if I made fuel strategy work, and it just all worked out for me. I had a gallon of gas left in that tank at the end, man. It was close.
Definitely a great race by yourself, Josh, picking up the win here on Full Velocity TV. And it's got to be difficult. A lot of these guys, and maybe even yourself included, used to racing asphalt every Thursday night, the Whelen Modifieds, and they have dirt races I think he was talking to about 3 or 4 races a season on the dirt here, and it's got to throw a monkey wrench into your strategy for the season.
It sure does. It's definitely a completely different style of racing, and thankfully I've been pretty lucky with having some great races on dirt the last couple times when I've been able to be here, but it is tough, and it's tough to judge the closing speed sometimes when they're sliding around, and if you can slide up in front of them off the corner or not. It's definitely a different style of racing, but the guys do a great job overall. That first half of that race tonight was very clean. I mean, we went 40, 50 laps before that first caution. It was great racing.
Yeah, fantastic racing all the way around here tonight, Josh. Well, we're going to wrap things up, but I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank whoever you'd like to thank here this evening, and there's a lot of people out there cheering for you tonight.
Yeah, thanks, man. First, thanks to Hobo and all the guys that run this league, and we have such a great group of guys and have fun every week, and Steve and Dan put on a great show, so thanks to those guys for hosting us every week, and to you guys for doing this live race for us. Really appreciate that. Helps get the league out there a little bit and get some viewers hopefully that are interested in the game, and hopefully we can continue to put on good shows for you guys.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here tonight, Hobo Racing, Duquoin, Illinois is the track. Driver of the 41 Jag sponsor machine, Josh Boyer, taking down the victory here tonight, Phil, in a fantastic fashion, as able to lead quite a few laps and just hold on to the victory there towards the end over Darrell Brown, downtown Darrell Brown.
And I was just as impressed as Josh having to work his way through traffic there. As those guys stacked up, about midway, he came to pit road, had to methodically work his way around, dart some of the carnage, which wasn't easy to do. Congratulations to Josh Boyer, our big winner here tonight in Duquoin. Congratulations to Hobo Racing. What an awesome race these guys have put on. Check this amazing league out. They run many nights a week. HoboRacing.com. Look up Steve and Danny Rubino. These guys will do a great job taking care of you. One of the best leagues out there. We look forward. We got a race coming up with these guys live on Sunday, which is going to be a lot of fun for us. That's when the next time you'll hear us here in NR 2003 is on Sunday. But we're back here live tomorrow night. We're back at Hard Motorsports for a great race. 305 Sprint Car Series coming up live, 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night. And, of course, Stars Donations. Be there for that, because at the end of the show tomorrow night, our top Stars donator will name that late Friday, early Saturday. We'll be awarding a free T-shirt with a new contest starting up here this coming Sunday night. We come back over to your Hobo, and they've got the big show over at DWR, a dual simulcast coming up here live on Sunday night here, live on Full Velocity TV. So, on behalf of all the gang over here at Hobo Racing, Steve and Danny, and we'll throw Roger into the mix, and all the gang over here at Hobo that takes such great care of us. Our sponsors, Spatafora Firearms, can't thank Brendan enough for Jake Keel, our our buddy on the iRacing side and the Full Velocity Radio side, Jack Truin, who's done a lot of help behind the scenes, our graphics guy, Martin Karch, and Todd Stanton, the best of the best here at the controls for us live every night on Full Velocity TV. Phil LeCast going to sign off. We'll be back tomorrow night, 305 Sprint Car Racing over at Hard Motorsports. So you guys all have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow night with more Full Velocity TV.
Good night.